honestly. I haven't really thought about it much.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, having a blast. The team's awesome and doing a really good job, and we've been fast and been in position to win some races, so it's been good.
Well, I wanted to put words in your mouth, but I imagine running well and having fun is probably factors into that.
Yeah, of course. Big factor.
Thanks.
Martin, what will make this weekend a success?
A win. I mean, that's the only reason we're here, right? So everybody's here to win it. Second doesn't matter. That's really what it's all about. So hopefully we can get it done.
From NASCAR's perspective, being back in North Wilkesboro, what makes it a win for them?
Yeah, I think, seeing it on TV's, the excitement. I think, the crowd for the truck race is awesome. Probably one of the better crowds that they've had all year. So I think everyone's excited for us to be back here. And, driving through town, all the signs and the parking, and just it seems like a big deal. So it's been fun to see it.
Denny said you got on the Denny helicopter plan.
I did.
How did you arrange that? 'Cause not a lot of people got on this.
I just called people that run the show and asked if I could get a ride, and they said yeah. So very nice to be able to do that. Very nice of those guys.
In the couple of weeks since Dover, how has Ryan's quest for a full-time ride changed at all, and are you involved at all with conversations between him and JGR?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it really hasn't changed at all. It's only been a few weeks, like you said, but unfortunately, Darlington was his last race for the year, so it was just really a perfect race. The only time we didn't leave was when we were pitting, so it was pretty awesome to look back on that.
The week after that, we go to back to Gateway. Last year, that's quite an eventful race for you. What in the world turned that race into such a? I don't know. It just turned out. Everybody just went crazy all at the same time. It was just a rough.
Yeah, I think a new car, a new track, a place that we hadn't been to in a long time, and I think we were all really surprised by how racy it was in the race. We were running 2, 3, 4 lanes up the racetrack, which in the past it was always, everybody had to be on the bottom. So it was, I think, just surprising for everyone. Nobody practiced running high, and then in the race we're all up in lane 3. So it was a lot of fun. And going back this year with this car, understanding it a little bit more, I was just really surprised at the race it put on. It was always just a single file track, and the race was incredible. So I'm looking forward to going back there. It should be a lot of fun.
We're halfway through the regular season. You've got a win in your pocket. You're in the playoff. How do you look at your first 13 races of the season?
Yeah, it's been really good. A couple DNF deals, Talladega, and then last week, unfortunately, at Darlington. So a couple of bumps in the road, but overall, just been solid, and we've had good speed. That's been the best part of it is, running up front, leading laps, and being in position to win a couple races. So hopefully we can keep finding more and stay up front.
What couple factors do you feel might make the difference between winning and losing tomorrow?
I think the long run is going to be such a challenge. We ran 25 laps in practice, and our tires are completely shot. So just trying to figure out, how to manage that, how to maybe find some sort of advantage after 30 laps. It's going to be a big challenge. I think how much can you save your tires and not go backward? It's kind of a guessing game right now for all of us. Never been here before, but I'm looking forward to it. It was fun yesterday, and I think the key is going to be getting your car to work on the bottom. Obviously, is the key, and seeing the trucks run on the apron a lot today. Nobody really did that yesterday, so these cars are a little different with the suspension and the ride heights and all the things we have going on. Maybe a little more difficult to run down there, but I think if you can figure that out, it'll be worth something.
For all the successes and wins that you guys have, oftentimes when we ask you about races that stand out, it's the ones that got away as much as anything. And I'm curious, last week, how do you look at that and with what happened, and do you beat yourself up or?
Not really. You just try to learn from it. I think for us, trying to win stage 2, getting together with the one car damaged my car. I knocked the toe in and damaged the fender, and from there we were just, we were a 10th place car at best, so it was an uphill battle. So obviously hindsight, I would have just taken second in the stage, but I didn't expect it to bounce off the wall either. So just one of those things. You try to race hard, be aggressive, and sometimes things happen. But Darlington's been a place that we've given a few away over the years, so it was definitely frustrating. But again, it's fun to go to the track and have speed and run up front, and we'll just try to keep doing that.
Was that a deal where you got more aggressive because of the driver you were racing against?
No, just stage points are important and stage wins are important, and I thought I had a shot at it there, so just didn't work out.
Martin, since we're in North Wilkesboro, you've actually run other one other track in this bracket. I believe you ran Rockingham back in the Busch Series. What do you remember about that track, and do you feel if this weekend goes well, do you feel like that might help efforts along to try and maybe revive that track?
I really don't know. I mean, I'd love to go back there. Raced there twice and loved it. It was a great track. You know, it's been a long time. I'm sure it's even more wore out than it was. So it'd be interesting to go there with these cars and see what they could do. It'd be fun.
How aware were you in practice yesterday of the wall and going into turn one, the inside wall, because of how close everybody's getting?
Oh yeah, I mean, it sticks out there. You definitely notice it. You could drive into it at any point if you wanted to. You know, all the grip is right down low, so you got to get to it. But yeah, hopefully no incidents with hitting it. I did hit the outside wall a little bit, so I found that one.
I'm just feeding a live show, so I just want to ask you, Martin, the heat races are coming up. What's the art of heat racing? How do you plan to race the heat race?
Not really sure, honestly. I mean, 60 laps. When's the caution going to fall? When do we get tires? I don't know. I'm starting 6th on the outside, which is definitely not where I want to be. I'd rather be 7th, actually. But just try to get in line and see where our car is and go from there. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, if tire saving comes into play. If you give up a few spots and really take it easy for a while, does it pay back in 25, 30 laps? We haven't run that far yet, so a lot of questions right now, honestly, and we made a lot of changes to our car from yesterday, trying to be better. Hopefully it is, and yeah, we'll go have some fun.
Do you think that people in the heat races will be less aggressive knowing that they got to save the car for tomorrow, or do you think, you know, you're aggressive in a heat race because what the heck, you know, at the end?
I mean, I think everyone will be aggressive if they're in a situation where it'll be beneficial for them. You got to start up front, I feel like, to have a really good shot at winning. So, yeah, I mean, the heat races are important. We'll just see.
Good luck, okay?
Thank you.
Are there any tracks up northeast that kind of remind you of this place, or in any that could handle like an all-star race?
You know, the only place I raced on that was similar as far as like low traction, high tire wear would have been Lee Speedway up in New Hampshire.
Okay.
But it's different shape. So this place is, you know, you're kind of turning all the way down the straightaway. You never really get straight for very long. And I've raced on some tracks like that, but not with this much banking. So this place is pretty unique, especially with the uphill, backstretch, downhill, front stretch into turn one. It's quite unique, and you know, so far it's been a lot of fun. I was kind of wished that they didn't put this, you know, the new pavement down there around 3 and 4. I think the outside lane is just really, really slow compared to the bottom. It's going to make it a challenge tonight, but yeah, it should be fun either way.
What are your thoughts on the track surface here? Do you think it needs to be repaved in the next year or so if this does become a regular stop?
I mean, I heard that was probably going to happen. So, again, people with a lot more, you know, power than me make those decisions.
NASCAR said if the heat races don't get in tonight, they won't be raced. So does that make you a little bit uneasy at the prospect of no heat races?
Yeah, based on where we qualified, for sure. I mean, I guess we would start, I don't know, outside the top 10. So that's definitely not where we want to be, but long enough race. And I think with the tire wear issues, if you have a good car, you can get to the front. And just see what happens.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martin.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these two videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.